Okay, so my name is Sofia Feltzing. I'm an astronomer. I work at Lund Observatory in southern Sweden, which is rather close to Copenhagen in Denmark, actually. My research concerns the formation and evolution of galaxies, but I've chosen really to work on the Milky Way, our home galaxy, in order to figure out how galaxies actually work. And so I spend a lot of my time studying what many people think are old, boring stars, and we figure out how much iron and oxygen they have in them. And if a star is born early on in the time of the galaxy, we'll have less of these elements, and later we'd have more of it. And so in some sense we have a bit of time clocks there that we can sort of figure out how the galaxy was put together. So the Milky Way is a spiral galaxy, which means it has nice spiral arms and disks of stars. And I'm particularly interested in how this disk system formed, and that's where Gaia comes in. So Gaia is a very exciting mission that's going to be launched in 2013, probably, in May. It's the latest date, and it will measure positions and motions of 1 billion stars in our galaxy. And that's going to be incredible, because right now we don't have very good distances or very good motions for the stars. So we are only looking at a tiny, tiny area around the sun where we're sort of trying to figure out how the Milky Way works. But now we're going to look over a third or so of the whole galaxy and being able to see how stars are moving, how old they are. Especially when we have distances, you can get some of the ages for the stars. And then I'm also very interested in doing follow-up from the ground of these observations, where we can get the spectra, where we get like the oxygen and iron abundances and etc. for the stars. So the Gaia itself will just observe every star in the sky. It doesn't care about if the star is in a cluster or if it's in an association or if it's just in the field, as we call it, the general part of the galaxy. But the results from Gaia will be incredibly important for clusters, because you will see how the stars are moving inside the clusters, for example. You will be able to age date the clusters much, much better than you are now. So the clusters are very important in terms of building a big scale structure of how the Milky Way looks like, especially the so-called open clusters in the disk will be very helpful in order to figure out how this system has worked and evolved. And Gaia will give the distances that we absolutely need to do this, and there is no other way you can do it.